see one person on. I don't know who that is though. So first time going live, just want to try it out. See a lot of people do it. Thinking about doing it more often. Just kind of be able to be more active in it. So, hey Google, lower volume. So pretty much every Saturday night we go through, clean animals, check on healthiness, see what's going on. And then I try to do feeding throughout the week. So Saturday is the night I go through and clean everything. So I'm going to show you guys some animals as I go. So bear with me. So for substrate, I used to use a lot of, see some Regan's Reptiles and More. Awesome. Glad to see people following me, and you know, I don't do enough YouTube videos. I know that. It's tough. I work 12-hour days, sometimes 6 days a week, so it's tough. But for substrate, I used to use Reptichip. I've used Pro Coco. But honestly, I love these things. These liners from Superior Shipping. They're really easy to spot if there's anything. Oh, I'm glad that your Spider Girl is doing great. Yeah, we've sold my... she bred again this year, and we're pretty stoked about that. I bred her to a pastel clown, so kind of excited about that. I'm gonna go grab my jug of water. I'll be right back. So yeah, so the pastel clown bred to the spider. So we're pretty excited about that. That should be, I want to try to produce some pastel or bumblebee clowns. I really like that combo. So you got that, where'd you get that girl from? Was it the Tracy show or was it Pomona? I don't remember. And then here's, believe it or not, this is a male. This is a 3,000 gram lesser male. One of the first animals I ever got. He was actually, I'm pairing him up with a Woma. See how that goes. Yeah, the Pomona show was fun. We did a small show, a local show in Tracy. And then we did the Pomona show was second. So to go from that small of a show to that big of a show was pretty incredible. It was a big difference. And a lot of that, I thank Jimmy over at Ball Life to help me get into Pomona. That was cool. Great guy. Got a lot of it, or not a lot of his animals, but I got quite a few of his animals now. But he has some good stuff. So we only had one clutch lay this year, and that was the spider that was bred to the pastel clown, which I'll show him in a second. He's kind of a feisty. He's kind of a strong eater, very feisty, but kind of like that. I like animals that have a little more of a sass to them. You know, it makes it, you know, funner to work with. If you see her, I'll show you guys. So that's Sage, that's the Malaysian blood python. She went to the bathroom, so I gotta deal with her tonight. She's always a pain in the butt. And there's Cleo, looking at the camera here. But Cleo is a platinum tiger het anthrax reticulated python girl. So, but yeah, she's adorable. And then Bess, I've had her for a while. She was a rescue. Noah, my boa, kind of tore his cage up. And there's Zeus, the albino berm. And then the one girl that started it all. So this is a 8-foot boa file. And this is Roxana's. So I've had her for a long time. Believe it or not, she's about 9 pounds, or 9 pounds, 9 feet. Very, very big girl. But she's the one that started all this. There's Melman, the Doom Rosebud. And then I got some leopard geckos, simple setups. I got to clean them as well. And then there's a bunch of hatchlings for sale. If you guys have any wanting to know what they are, I can show some. And then that's a raise up rack. So I got 29 animals in there that are going to be moving over to some new racks that we get here soon. So I have the ARS 50s, but then I have 3 12 high Freedom Breeder 50 series coming. So that'll be a fun move, trying to get all those guys. But how big's your spider now? I know he was pretty small when we sold him to you. I believe it was a female, because I think I sold it because I have the big female that produced her. Yeah, she was pretty sure it was a female, by what I remember. I'd have to check my records, but kind of waiting for the comments here. Awesome. Yeah, I'll show you. I can show you her mom. She just laid a bunch of eggs, actually. She laid a 12-egg clutch, but 8 of them were bad. She had a lot of infertiles. And a lot of that, I think I didn't introduce the male enough. I was kind of slacked off this year because a lot of my animals weren't up to size, and I didn't really push it. But she ended up leaving me a clutch. But I'll show you her. And like I said, she's pretty thin now because she just laid her clutch. But yeah, there's the mama. But super friendly and everything. But really good girl. Not really high white sides, more pattern, but you do see some white on the belly. But I like how reduced her pattern is. Yeah, we did win the giveaway for the scaleless head. And that was kind of exciting. I was not expecting it. My fiance was kind of mad because she's like, you don't need any more animals, but it was kind of cool to win twice, so... And did you say that video was uploaded on your channel, or are you putting it on soon? Well, I'll have to go check that out then, once I get some stuff here done. My fiance and I are getting married next weekend, and so I'm trying to go through and keep everybody clean and spotless, so that way when I'm gone for 10 days, everybody's nice and clean and happy. So we'll see how. Hopefully, not everybody makes a big mess. But with reptiles, you never know. We do have a friend that's going to come in and check on all the animals, check the humidifiers, make sure everything's up to par, because I do want to have a big season this year, since I missed out last year, or this past year, should I say. So, but let me show you. I'll show you that the pastel clown that we bred the spider to. Because I know you were pretty excited about the spider stuff. And he's pretty feisty. He's kind of dull right now. I think he's going to go in the shed, but... So, there's the pastel clown. I love his head. I love that pattern on the clowns. But, so... we'll see what I have. I don't know if I'm going to... Depending on what I get in that clutch, I don't know what I'm going to sell. Just because I want to have a good... stock of head clown stuff. So, but just kind of going through here, and checking tubs and seeing who needs to be cleaned and fed. And yeah, the Pomona show was awesome. We met a lot of cool people. It was fun getting to meet new people and, you know, discuss projects and things. And, you know, we sold a lot of our animals and stuff, and I still keep in touch. Like, you comment on a lot of our stuff sometimes, and also we stay pretty much in touch. I got a leopard female from Ball Life from Jimmy, and opened up her tub, and she almost snapped me. And it's crazy. A lot of people say that, you know, ball pythons, they have a hard time. I'm not going to make it to the Orange County show. That's in October, right? The next show that we're going to be at is the San Mateo show, the NorCal reptile. And that's, I think it's August 10th and 11th. And then we'll be in Pleasanton for the Tracy Comic-Con reptile show. We'll be doing that in November too. So we'll be doing 2 shows. Love to have you come out and check it out and stop by the booth if you're in that area. I don't know how far that is from you, but so I'll show you guys another gene here that we're working with. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Gold Blush gene from Brian Gundy. There's a lot of people that have the, you know, they say they have the Gold Blush stuff. But Brian Gundy's are just by far, I think, the best. But here's a Mystic Gold Blush female that we got. I picked up at the Pleasanton show. So we're really excited about that. This is an animal that I saw that he produced. And you can really see kind of the flare. It's hard to really see the yellow. But right here on the sides, if I can get her to... But right here where my kind of finger is, it's really yellow. And then she has a lot of blushed out spots. Oh, what's going on, Leroy? So yeah, Leroy from Lone Wolf Reptiles, we kind of helped him incubate some eggs and stuff, which was nice to try to have some sort of eggs in the incubator. Since I only had 1 clutch this year. But, you know, with animals, you never know. You know, sometimes they're going to give you eggs. Sometimes, you know, you can do everything right and still it doesn't, you know, matter. No problem, Leroy. I was glad to be able to help you out, man. You know, that's one thing I learned, you know, in this community. I was accepted, you know, and everybody's helped me out at shows and get me going and advice, and that's just something I want to try to pass on and keep kind of going in this community because it was fun to be able to help one another out. There's, you know, I don't feel like there's really any competition. We all do different things. All our collections are a little different, what catches our eye. So that was just kind of a cool way I could help you out, man. You're going to start breeding next year. Is the Spider, is a female, is she, you going to pair her up with some stuff, or do you have any ideas on that? I'm trying to read your guys' comments and clean here. If I don't get some cleaning done, I'll never end up doing it. So tomorrow I'm gonna actually take the day and catch up on some sleep. As you can tell, I got black circles, and it's not good for pictures for a wedding. So gonna definitely get that caught up, but that'll be a fun. That'd be a fun pairing with the banana black pastel with the Spider. You have to send me some pictures of those. And so Leroy, you gonna have more eggs to go in the incubator or what? I'm trying to watch your guys' comments as I'm cleaning here, so bear with me. Yeah, look, Leroy has some cool stuff. His videos are always up to beat. You know, it's fun to watch because it's different. It's not something that you see on YouTube. You know, the excitement, and I try to watch his videos if I'm kind of down or kind of in a funk or something like that, because it just makes me laugh, man. And that's the cool thing about, you know, this hobby is you meet people that just can make your day better. You know, I watched Brian Barczyk's vlog, and Brian Cusco, if I say that right. I'm sorry, I always say that wrong. But they just kind of, you know, they bring a smile to my face. They help me start my day and give me just the momentum to, you know, kind of keep on going and keep trucking on and, you know, stay excited. So that's cool that you guys started doing videos. It's really awkward filming yourself. When I first did it, if you look at some of my first videos, it's really awkward. I still have a hard time doing it. But it's just, you know, you kind of get people's comments and they get it, you know, get you excited about it, and it just kind of keeps you going. How are the babies doing, Leroy? They all eating good? I know last time you said they're all eating and doing well. We actually got, you can see Cleo up in the corner up there checking it out. You have 11 steaks now. Are they all ball pythons, or do you got a mixture of stuff? Because as you can tell what I just showed, I got a mixture. I got all kinds of stuff. Those comments, man, they fly. 5 balls. What are the other 6 snakes? Fuck it. Leroy, what are you doing tonight? You just hanging out at the house? Katie's gone. I'm a bachelor. I like the Amazon tree boas, but I don't think it's something that I would actually keep just because of... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, feisty ones always eat a little better, man. I was saying, Leroy, if you're not doing nothing, come over, man. I didn't see that last comment. Whoever commented, if you want to throw it back up on there so I can see it, I apologize. Let's steal you guys here. I gotta go try to find scissors. I have like 10 pairs of scissors in the house. Party at my house. I ain't got nothing going on. Just cleaning snakes. Typical Saturday night. If I can't find my scissors somewhere. I think Katie had them in the bedroom. Yeah, she's gone until tomorrow, like afternoon probably. My cats are sitting here passed out on the bed. Lazy bastards. Where the fuck did those scissors go? Excuse my French. Oh, I found them. Smitty, shush. Hey, Leroy, sometimes coming over and cleaning your friend's snakes will help you feel better. Hey, it wouldn't make anything worse. Oh shit. Yeah, I think a snake bite to the head probably wouldn't be very good. The worst, I had somebody ask me what my worst bite was, and it was a while ago, but I had about an 8-9 foot tiger retic I got from Bob Clark, and I was feeding them back when I didn't understand kind of large constrictors. I was still learning, and I used to feed them in a separate tub. Well, retics are very smart, and he learned that when he went in that tub. Oh, I'm sure it was, yeah. But so I set him in his tub to feed him, and his head started coming out. Sorry, I was reading Leroy's comment there, and I got a het pied trying to escape. So this is a het pied that we got. She's thin. She's kind of on a hunger feeding strike right now. So I moved her in a Freedom Breeder 40 series tub with the hide, and she actually took her first meal in a while just the other day. So I'm excited about that. I want to try to. I feel like het pieds are something that you can never have enough of, just because there's so many things you can do. Well, hope you feel better soon, Leroy. Got my paper towels in here. But yeah, so back to the retic bite. So I put him in the tub, and he started coming out. And so I went and kind of stuck my hand in there to put him back in his tub. And he assumed that my hand was food, latched on, and let's just say it looked like a murder scene in my room. Luckily, I learned how to clean blood up out of carpet. Let's just say that's not a good task to learn how to do, and it's very awkward asking people how to do it. But I assured him it was a snake bite. I had the proof, but he wrapped up on my arm, and then after he wrapped me up, he knew something that he did was wrong. And he let go pretty quick. Man, this girl just does not want to stay in her holding tub. I try to let the animals kind of roam around a little bit when I clean them to a point. No, I didn't need stitches. I actually used super glue and super glued some of the bigger ones up. But I had one of my ball pythons a while ago bit me during food. One of my ball pythons bit me during feeding not the other day, but it was probably a month ago. And I had to run in and have my fiance bandage me up and everything because I was feeding and I pulled out a bunch of food. And I didn't want it to go to waste. So I had her bandage me up, and it's all good now, but it's one of those things that you get bit doing this. I mean, it's part of the game. But so I was at work like 3 days later, and it was like all over my hand and everything. I mean, it was a bad bite. And freaking I was sweeping and I was cleaning my store. I'm a manager at Les Schwab, cleaning up my store, and I was like, ow, the broom hit something. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a metal splinter because I get those a lot doing what I do. And sure enough, it was a tooth. I pulled a tooth out of my hand like 2-3 days later. And all my employees were laughing at me. They thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny, of course, but The female crystal pin. I don't know, do you, with the crystal it's tough because you can get, I'm not a big fan of, you know, white snakes, or I like them, but it's hard to tell sometimes what exactly is in them. And I like to have something that's a little more, I guess, noticeable. But I would do something like with the crystal pin, try the gold blush. But I would do something with some pattern because, you know, with that pinstriping and stuff, like one of the, from that clutch, if you have a male like the Firefly or something like that, I think that would be cool. I'm trying to plug my phone in here, guys. Bear with me. My phone's all about to die. I guess I should have thought of that before I started this. So I have 10 females that I know. All right, bear with me here. Try to do this a different way here. The Fire Gold Blush, is that a female, Leroy? I remembered it being a female. I'm not sure if I was correct or not. I'd like to have a male gold blush so I can throw to a couple of my gold blush females and see if I can't prove that out. Looks like a male? All right. Yeah, if it's something that you don't mind letting go of, I'm sure we can work something out. So here's our one of our albino males, kind of a higher contrast, but he rubbed. I had him in a smaller tub, the ARS-10, and he's only like 700 grams. He's a good you know, breeder size, but he just wasn't. He was rubbing and he just wasn't doing very well in that tub. So I put him to a 50 series ARS, and you know, he's doing a little better, but he's definitely got a little bit of a rub there. So I was kind of checking him out, making sure he still looks good. But I'm excited about getting those new racks in. Doug from Dragon Hoss Manufacturing, I think, is building them for me. So that'll be a nice addition. So it'll be nice to get those racks in. It's going to fill this whole wall up. I'll have to move some stuff around. I might have to ask you to come over and help give me a hand that day, Leroy. Because that's a lot of cage moving, and then I'm super anal about certain things, so I want to go through and wipe down all my old racks, and then I want to switch them over. Those racks I want to switch over to THG heat tape, because from what I hear, that stuff holds up better. You know, it's more consistent throughout, so I want to give it a try. So it'd be a perfect chance to get it. So I'm getting their ABS plastic, kind of like you see my animal plastic cages. They're like the animal plastic ones, but go check out Dragon Hoss Manufacturing. He's on Instagram, and I think he has a Facebook. I don't think he has anything YouTube. So, but this guy's all hissing and stuff. But once you get him, he just gets kind of pissy when you first pull him out for some reason, which is weird because normally ball pythons don't really do that. But I have a few in the collection that are kind of a pain in the ass. But I went through and weighed all the breeders the other day, and I should have a decent amount of animals that'll be breeding. Hopefully I'll have 10 clutches, which is be a little bit bigger than my biggest year. But we'll kind of see how that goes. So this guy got a soak. The humidity, I put some humidifiers in there. Clown stuff, Leroy? Yeah, I have a female pastel het clown that I'm going to pair up with my pastel clown male that I was showing earlier. And that should be fun. And then also I have kind of a clown project I'm going to start, which I don't really care. You know, I like sharing my projects, not really hiding them. But I'm going to do a pastel clown to one of my Huffman girls. So I want to try to hit on some pastel Huffman clowns. So that's going to be kind of a future project that'll take a little while to get there, but I don't know how that's really going to turn out. You know, there's nobody that's done that. So we have a couple projects that we're working on that not a lot of people are, but the big thing I focus on is I just want to produce, you know, animals that are cool looking, stuff that I like, things that, you know, people like at the shows, you know. A lot of people we sell to at the shows are people that are just looking for a pet or, you know, a small breeding project. My spider girl, she's gonna actually be going. I'm gonna give her the time off this year. She's produced 3 years in a row for us, and with the move from Colorado, she's the only girl to produce anything this year. So I feel like she deserves some time off to relax. So I know Lone Wolf Reptiles is there. Who are the other people that have tuned in? It doesn't show me the names. Shoot a comment up there. If I don't follow you guys or something like that, I'll try to subscribe and watch your guys' videos as well for watching mine. Give me, I'm gonna go fill up some water. I'll be right back. So when I got animals that are in shed, you know, a lot of my animals shed pretty well because I keep my room pretty humid. Because I have them on liners, so which is nice because in their tub, they're not in wet area. Oh, we appreciate that, Regan. Is Regan your first name? That'll be fun. It's good to kind of focus on, you know, certain genes. I kind of have a variety just because when I was getting started, I just kind of bought things that I liked and then kind of put put a couple things together, you know, that I had. So it just kind of depends on that. On your guys' comments, you know, having a clean collection, it just benefits everybody. It benefits your customers when you sell animals. It benefits your animals. I mean, being healthy, they're definitely gonna, you know, they're gonna produce better for you. They're gonna eat better. They're just all around gonna do a better job. They're gonna be when it comes to breeding, but also, you know. Yeah, I breed and I sell animals, you know, but this is my hobby. These are my pets. You know, I look at these guys as like my kids. So I know Leroy knows, but I work, you know, sometimes 6 days a week. I work 12-hour days and, you know, plus. So Saturday night's my big clean night. But every night I come home and I work 12 hours. I come in, I visit with Katie. And, you know, it's tough because when you have somebody, you know, family life, they want to hang out and do stuff like that. you got to learn how to manage time. So I try to do 2-3 hours a night and then go to bed, wake up early, and do it all over again. So it's just kind of a process, but what started getting me into this, and one of the reasons why I got Roxana, is I had friends that were getting into drugs and kind of, you know, going down a path, and I stopped really hanging out with them, you know. I felt like it was the best thing for me to do, and parents kind of found out. They always knew I wanted a snake, and I wanted a berm, but my parents found out that how big they get, so they said for my first snake, it's probably not a good idea. And at that point, I bred bearded dragons, so I had quite a few animals. I produced quite a few clutches of bearded dragons. Nothing's crazy back when bearded dragons were first kind of really taken off, and there was more morphs and stuff introduced. I never really got into some of the higher end stuff, but it's definitely a fun experience. But so I wanted the berm. Parents said no, and I actually went to Reptile Expo in Petaluma, down there where I grew up, and got Roxana, and I've had her ever since. And do I want another female boa? I don't know if I want another boa. I got to get another 8-foot cage for my other big boa, and then I have the retic, and then I have the berm. So I'm already kind of crunched down for space there, Leroy. So I really don't want to get another animal that I got to have a big tank for, a big, you know, aquarium or cage or however you want to say it. If I get another boa, Leroy, freaking Katie's gonna kill me. So, but here's our pied male, very high white, but I love him. He's actually, we did a birthday party at show, and Leroy cut it out. I ain't getting no more boas, and I want to get another male retic and possibly do one clutch of retics. So I'm going to keep some space for that. I don't want to... Plus, I want to kind of grow, and I'm only allowed one room. What male retic? Dwarfs are all kind of different. Dwarf retics, you know, there's different localities. Mostly, I think, with every species. What's going on? Rodman Serpents, how are you doing? First time doing a live thing, I just kind of wanted to, honestly, I was kind of lonely sitting here and cleaning by myself. Normally Katie's here and she's hanging out, and but she's back home, our nephew and niece's birthday, so. But we're checking, kind of doing this and talking and kind of go off on tangents. Sometimes I don't really know what to talk. Thanks, James. Hey, James is a good name. That's my name too. So I've been thinking about doing it. I'm not sure. It kind of depends. I'll talk to you guys who you think. I was gonna do a YouTube video about me cleaning sage. Sage is my Malaysian blood python, and yeah, Leroy, we can talk about some stuff. Kind of see what's going on. I do have a couple of pieds that if you want to pair up some stuff, we'll definitely work on something together. I don't mind doing that. Their stuff seems pretty, you know, higher end, so I like working with people like that. So I don't know if you guys know, but Freedom Breeder has this stuff. It's I don't know how to flip it around, but destinkifying spray, and it's supposed to kill salmonella and actually help reduce bacteria spread. And also it smells really good. But when I do, before I put my liner down, after I wipe it down, I use Clorox wipes or F10. I switch off. I'll switch off between those two things, the Clorox wipes, which are really good because their contact time is really low. I think it's like 10 to 15 seconds. Yeah, I can show some snakes. What are you into? I have mostly ball pythons, but I do have some bigger stuff as well. So just kind of throw me a comment. Let me know what you're interested. I got a bunch of things all over the map, man. My phone's charging right now. I'll do it kind of a tour of the room here in a minute. Retics and berms. Alrighty, I'll pull my berm out and try to show you guys. You might hear some hissing. He's kind of a typical berm that hisses, but give me 1 second, I'll pull him out. He went off food for a while, and then he's just started getting back on food, eating rabbits and stuff again. So I want to get him bigger and work on. He has a pretty good. He's very active in his cage, which is nice. See if I can get him around to his water bowl without messing him up too bad. But he's pretty thin right now. I want to get more size onto him. But as he's checked me out. But this is Zeus. See if he can say hi to the camera. But yeah, I wanted to burn when I first got my Roxana, my big girl, my big boa. But my dad did a little bit of research and found out how big they get and put a stop to that pretty quick. But he's a good boy. Like I said, I don't know. Thanks, man. You know, I've had one berm before. I had to get rid of it because my ex-girlfriend was a pain in the ass. We'll not go down that road. What's going up, Jason? Right? Going Uper? I think the name's Jason, right? I'm looking. I'm waiting for that comment. But with the berms, I mean, I know. All right, cool. I thought I remembered it right. But with the berms, though, have you guys had experiences with him not eating as well? Like going off food, you know, temporarily, things like that. He had a hard time shedding. I put a big thing of water in his cage. He soaked a lot. That helped a lot. I spent a lot of time in the bathtub with him, cleaning him. So how many of you guys, I know I just showed this girl, but I got to clean her. How many of you guys know about the Gold Blush project from Brian Gundy? So I just showed her, and I'll show her the other one I got. I know you do, Leroy. You have some. But that's a Mystic Gold Blush. So let me throw her back in a holding tub real quick, and I'll grab Nala, my Gold Blush Mojave. And she's actually recently just started eating again, which I'm stoked about. But you can see the gold. Did you say you know about the Gold Blush from us? But I got two coming up here. But so this is the Gold Blush Mojave. Her name's Nala. Contact Brian Gundy from For Goodness Steaks. I don't know what he has Gold Blush wise available, but check him out. His animals, man, he really focuses on quality. Leroy from Lone Wolf Reptiles, I think he's been to his facility, and I mean it's awesome. He has so many cool animals, but this is Nala. She's finally back on food. What's going on, man? So what else do you guys want to see? I know you guys know I got ball pythons. I got the berm out just a minute ago. Yeah, Gundy is, you know, I classify him as in the top 10 with ball pythons. And I know there's, you know, people like JKR and can't think of some names right now, but Huffman stuff. I'm gonna have some Huffman pieds. I'm actually gonna be working on a pastel Huffman clown. That's gonna be years out. But the only thing I have right now is I have a banana Huffman. If you guys want to see him, let me know. Shoot a comment. I'll show you him. And then I have a Huffman female. Oh yeah, he does pack a punch, man. That's a good quality room right there. I went there and I took a camera to do some video, and I got so starstruck that I totally forgot to do any video. So I'm gonna have to definitely go back, and it's just, he has so much knowledge. He's been doing it for so long. Yeah, I don't know what the clown stuff's gonna do with the Huffmans, man. It's gonna be exciting. I want to try to get some Orange Dream in there and Calico. I'm actually gonna pick up an Orange Dream Calico something male from Jimmy Cruz at Ball Life. If you look at my Instagram, I've been making custom snake bags for shows. And so we're going to do kind of a little trade. I make them for him and then get credit there. Yeah, thanks, Jason. And yeah, Brian's very open. You know, you can call him anytime, and he's right there to help out. And that's, you know, with me helping Leroy at Lone Wolf Reptiles, you know, with incubation, it's just returning the favor of everybody. Yeah, Super Inchies are awesome, but it's just my way of returning the favor of all the people that helped me. Yeah, and are you talking about the destinctifying stuff? Yeah, this community is awesome. I talk to people from like Colorado and other, you know, states, and they say it's not like that. You know, it, like, say if we're all ball python people, when you go to shows, they're very quiet. They try to, you know, not sabotage you, but kind of, you know, not really give you that information. And when I went to shows down here in California, you know, I went to the Tracy show, and I was just a little guy. I got accepted in, you know, last minute. I had deli cups, you know, as my displays, and it looked really small. But then I went to Pomona, I got some displays, got a banner, got matching shirts. You know, I really stepped up my game. Yeah, it does. I like the smell. I just use a little bit. You know, I don't use a lot of that spray. It's just enough to kind of, if they do poop, it kind of mask it in my room. I'm very, very anal about cleanliness and how my room smells. And Leroy just commented that I'm very clean, but, you know, I've had people come over. Jimmy from Ball Life came over. Some other people have been over to the collection, and they walk in and they're just like amazed at how there's no smell, clean. I wipe down my racks. I don't want dust on the shelves. I clean the tops up. I wipe down the sides, vacuum it, and you know, it's one of those things that I've just been really anal about since day one. Because when I was younger, I went to a reptile store, and it just stunk. You know, and I never wanted that. Yeah, everybody's nice. I mean, they're just awesome. It doesn't matter, you know, if you buy from them or whoever you choose to do it, but Leroy, it's definitely fun, man. It's a good time. I just went to the San Jose show, and Rick Porter, the promoter, awesome guy, man. Right there to help out. Trying to read these as they go. Yeah, you got on it pretty quick there, huh? But the shows are fun, man. And, you know, Rick Porter was a great promoter. Romney and Pomona did a great job. And, you know, when I first started, I started doing YouTube videos and started getting breeding. Jason at Going Uper did a big shout out to me, which was awesome. I really, really appreciate it. That show was just incredible. The auction was awesome. The people there were really inviting. They helped you out. You know, one guy let me use his cart to bring stuff out because he saw me carrying all these displays. And it's a lot of fun. But what I was saying is Jason at Going Uper, or Fitz Family Constrictors was the channel, I think, that he did a shout out on it back then. But Miguel at Always Evolving Pythons, he did a shout out. And, you know, he's helped me a lot too with stuff he's learned. But yeah, the destinctifying sprays, it's definitely, it masks it. When I clean it, like say if my trash can starts smelling, I'll actually use it mostly. Yeah, that's true, Leroy. But I spray it in my trash can as I'm cleaning to just keep the smell down because I can't stand the smell. And that's one reason I've told Leroy I'll never ever breed my own food, just because. I'll appreciate it, Jason. But I'll never use like just the smell. I can't stand it. I'll never breed my own rats because I can't stand the smell. That's why there's people out there that can do it for me. So. Yeah, I do remember that. That was awesome. I do appreciate it, Regan. It helps. Leroy, I can't do it, man. That's why I got you, man, just down the road. I'll call you and be like, hey, I need some babies. Can I get some? But all my stuff eats frozen. I try to keep it, off live. Everybody's got their own opinion, and as long as your animals are happy, they do what they want, they eat, that's fine. I mean, I feel like as long as your animals are healthy, happy, do what you want to do. Don't try to do what other people are doing or follow a fad. But I do have people, that I can go get stuff. If I got a couple animals that will only eat live, which I might have to hit you up, Leroy. Well, let me know, Leroy, because I do need some fuzzy rats. I got a bunch of animals, babies and stuff too that are smaller that I need fuzzies for. Something, smaller than a pup. Yeah, Jason. I like that building you got, man. That's awesome. I wish I could afford to do something like that. Yeah, I'd appreciate that, Leroy. Because I need to get some, but I kind of strapped on money right now. Just kind of with the wedding and just all kinds of stuff coming up right now. So do you guys, I have, forget your name, but you're asking about the Huffman stuff. Did you see our Huffman pied? I feed frozen to all my stuff. Everything in the collection eats frozen. I have one snake, a Huffman het pied male, that he only eats live. I don't know why, but it's just, I'll convert him over. I've converted a lot of picky eaters over, so I'll just have to try a little harder. Man, it's tough to keep up with all the comments, and then it kind of slows down. See, and that's another thing. I can't, animals that eat themselves, I don't know. I just can't do it, guys. I mean, if I ever got big enough and I had to, I guess, I'd learn, but I just want to be able to do it. So what I was talking about earlier is my Malaysian blood python is, let's just say she's a bit feisty, and I've had a couple people that want me to do a YouTube video of me dealing with her. So kind of see what you guys think. If it's something you guys want to see, it's kind of a pain in the butt, but yeah, that would be fun, Leroy. Something different. Probably hasn't been done before. I don't know too much about the Marvel, but you won that in that auction, right? Get AEP to get her out. What does that mean? Oh, have Miguel come over? I don't know how I'd be able to convince him doing that. I'll have to call him and tell him that I got a bunch of people that want to see it. He has a blood python, but his is a lot tamer than mine. We'll say that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to do something like that. Maybe do like a challenge, you know what I mean? But she's never bit me. She just, I don't know why she makes me nervous. I'm not nervous around snakes. You know, I've held 20-foot retics. I've, you know, been around some mean boas. Yeah, I don't really talk to Brian that often. Or I never really have, honestly. I said hi to him at the show with his kids and stuff, and I, you know, comment on some of his videos, but I don't know him that well enough. But EA Exotics, how you doing, man? So comment if you're watching, because I feel like I just lost a bunch of people. I know Lone Wolf Reptiles is there. Jason, are you still watching? Regan, I know you're still there. Lone Wolf Reptiles. James Nielsen. Is it Nelson or Nielsen? Everybody spells that differently, but... But yeah, Saturday nights cleaning and listening to music, and like I said, Katie was going. I guess typing it, you can't really see how you pronounce it, but hey, we're on the same page. So I ate lasagna for dinner. Got some, had some whiskey and a cigar, because I never, you know, I'll smoke a cigar maybe once or twice a year. But kind of sat and watched YouTube videos and stuff like that. Thank you, Leroy. Smart ass. Hey, Jason, Going Youper, are you still watching? I have a question for you. Is he still there? He was there commenting quite a bit there for a minute. I love the smell of cigars, man. You should have came over. I have another one. Well, Jason, Going Youper, I know if you're still there, I know we talked about you coming out to California one time. You have to send me a message or something like that. Let me know if you ever do. It'd be cool to meet up. Gunsmoke. Well, you could have just smelt the cigar. You can see Cleopatra up there in the background. She's always cruising around in her cage. I gotta feed her tonight. So I didn't think anybody was gonna get on a live thing. I'll show you guys, I got a big Mystic Potion girl here. Collection's going good, man. I had, you know, kind of a slow year. Yeah, Jason's a really good guy. He's always out there to help somebody, you know. He's always thinking about other people, which is cool. The collection's doing really good. You guys can see kind of over in the back, the lower right. Can't really do that, I guess. But a bunch of hatchlings and stuff. But let me grab, I got a couple World's First animals I'll show you guys while you're all on. So I know you guys are asking about the Huffman project. So this right here is a Huffman Ghost as she's freaking, or as he's hissing over. This is the one Leroy was looking at one of the Lodi show, and he didn't pick him up. Yeah, I don't know if Brian's made just a fire gold blush. I know he has some, you know, fire stuff with his gold blush, but I don't know just those two alone. But, and then I'll show you the Huffman Pied. So the Huffman Pied, we have better stuff coming, but it's really hard to tell, but you can see the oranges. But you can kind of see, I'm trying to get her to, but you can, it's hard to tell, but there's a lot, when she was hatched, there's a lot of orange and red. And, but she's actually growing really good. We've taken her to a couple shows. A couple people are interested because, like I said, we have all the only ones. We have more clutches and stuff coming, so I'll have some stuff with better examples of it. But yeah, she's adorable. Look at her. It won't focus on her. Yeah, the Pieds are... I love the Pieds, but I'm... Clowns, man. I mean, some of the stuff that JKR is doing with clowns is just unbelievable. And I love that clown project. So, like I said, we're going to do some Huffman pastel clowns. That's going to be the goal, so... Yeah, just clowns and Pieds, I think, they've been so popular since day one, and they just retain that popularity. Everybody they want them. They come to shows, they want clowns, they want Pieds, and it's just, you know, it's never gonna in 3 years. Yeah, I think we all do that. What was that, D Exotics? I didn't see that. I saw something Huffman, and then I didn't see the rest of it. Kind of wait to see if you throw that comment back up. But yeah, I'll have to send a message to Miguel and tell him that some people... Yeah, that would be, oh, that was Regan. Oh, I'm sorry. It faded off before I could see the name. Yeah, I mean, if I could produce a Huffman Pastel Clown Pied, that would be, let's just say if I hit on one, I'd definitely keep it. See if I have anything else that's kind of oddball you guys can check out. Yeah, let me grab, I have a snake from BHB. She's a Super Pastel Fire Pin. I'll show you her. So this is Pele. She's a little feisty. She's got a bit of an attitude, we'll just say that. But she's actually going to be shed. She's been eating really well, putting on some weight, so that'll be exciting. Yeah, Brian's very open. All you got to do is pretty much just send him a message and let him know. I know you're in LA, so that might be tough. So a little background on this girl here is... Yeah, I love the yellow too. She was really bright when she was a baby, and she's kind of doled out. So, so I bought like 4 snakes from BHB years ago, and I spent my at work I get a bonus once a year, and I spent my whole bonus and got a breeding stock when I kind of wanted to get into it. No, Pele, go back in there. And what happened is pretty much like within 2 weeks, all the animals from BHB stopped eating. They died right away. And, you know, I got stuff in the same time from Bob Clark. I had stuff from it was Bob Clark, and then there was another guy, Brandon Bokey. I don't know where he's at. Haven't really seen him around anymore, but all those guys were fine, and all the BHB stuff died. And I called them, emailed them. They told me to do all this stuff, and then I never heard anything back. So like 5 years, probably 5-6 years went by, and Brian put that video out how everybody was attacking him and all this stuff, and I just commented and you know, told him that, you know, people are always going to hate no matter what you do. You know, that I supported what he does and how much education and just fun and what he's brought to this hobby. You know, that guy is one of the godfathers in reptiles. You know, Brian Barczyk has done a lot for a lot of people, and he's still doing it. You know, with the Reptarium and all that stuff going on. I mean, he's definitely passionate about what he does. And so what happened was I messaged him. I told him I had a problem and stuff like that. He messaged me and told me to call him. So I called him and I told him, and he said that, you know, the crew that he had at that time, you know, he had a lot of problems. He's really got a great crew now. And he said he wanted to make it right. And I go, oh, yeah, you know, that's fine. I'm over it. And he goes, no, I need to make it right, because that's not the way, you know, I do business. That's not the way this company is run. So he told me to get online and check out his ball pythons and let him know if I see anything I liked. And he had that thing priced way over what I spent, you know, for all those animals at the time. And I was like, you know, I don't really see anything around the, you know, what I spent. You know, I like this girl, but it's not, you know, close to what I spent. I totally understand. And he said, she's yours. And he packaged her up and shipped her out when I was able to get her. And, you know, told me to call him when she got there and make sure she was safe and sound and looked good. And she's doing great ever since. So just to show type of people that are in this hobby and, you know, support their customers and everybody it's really neat. Thanks, Regan. But yeah, he's I want to go to the Reptarium. It probably won't be for a year or so until I have a little more vacation time, but I definitely want to get out there and check that out. I think that would be awesome. You know, do a private tour of his facility and check Lucy out. I think that would be fun to see him and Lucy. Yeah, and a lot of people, that's his, you know, he's a role model. I mean, for sure. See, that's cool. I've never met Brian. You know, it's on my list. You know, I had, you know, I wanted to meet the Freedom Breeder guys. When I moved here, I got to meet Lindy and Jesse, and I've been over there quite a bit, picking up supplies and things like that. And I actually get all my deli cups from them. But you know, those guys, Jay at Prehistoric Pets, I got to meet him at Pomona. You know, I'd love to meet Bob Clark, Brian Barczyk, JKR, all the big names. You know, it'd be fun just to kind of shake their hand, tell them thank you for all the groundwork and everything they've done for this hobby. So hopefully one day that'll happen. Bob Clark was like, I used to read every article he put out. Yeah, 600 deli cups. 600 or 500? I just didn't want to pay the shipping, so, you know, it's not much, but I honestly use that as an excuse to go over there and bullshit with Jesse and Jimmy. It was cool. I went to Freedom Breeder I took a week off for my birthday, and Jimmy took me through a tour of Freedom Breeder, showed me all the rooms and the different breeding rooms, the incubator. I went through the whole place, and he showed me all kinds of cool stuff. It was awesome. Oh, really? You got to meet Bob? Or where do you live at? I mean, do you live near those guys, or? Yeah, Jimmy's definitely a hustler, man. I buy something from him every show. I always walk by and I see something, I end up buying it. Katie actually tells me to stay away from his table because she knows what happens. So he'll like fake and bag up a. Oh, okay, you live in the Midwest. All right, so that's probably easier for you to get over there and meet those guys. But Jimmy always fakes and gives me a bag with a snake in it and looks at Katie and laughs and tells me, thank you. Or he'll walk by. He'll walk by and go, are you just going to PayPal it or, cash? I'll do less with cash. So it's kind of funny. 35 years, that's a long time. What do you have mostly? What's your collection percentage? Do you have a lot of ball pythons, or which is the most common, I think? Oh, cool. Yeah, I have a few leopard geckos, but just stuff I got as a pet. Honestly, Petco had them when I bought them because they didn't look very good. Now they're big old fat chubs. Yeah, I wanted to breed my big boa, but I don't know. It makes me nervous because she's like my baby, and I just don't want anything to happen. That's awesome. But berms were always I had a science teacher that got me into reptiles, and he had a couple big berms, and his big female he just put on the floor when we were all there taking a test or something like that, and he'd just watch her, and she'd slither all the way up to his front desk area and get up on there and circle up and just sit there and stare at us. Leroy, you got to stay off those, man. You're always buying stuff in the auctions. I don't even pay attention to them. Because I always see something that I want and go, oh, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, oh, yeah, let's do it. And then I bid on it. And then the ones that I don't want to win, that I just mess around with people, I always end up winning. DA Exotics, what's your first name? I might feel like stupid for not knowing it, but Andrew, all right. Andrew, what do you use for your hatchling tubs for your ball pythons and stuff like that? Yeah, Intelligent Designs, IDR. Those are. I love Logan and Dave, man. They're awesome. They're actually supposed to come out this way one time and meet up. We'll see if it happens. But life gets too busy. Because I got I'm getting a V18 rack so I can use the V18s or the V15s. But I want to do the 15s for start out on paper towels. But what tub size do you use? Do you use the Sterilite, the 1642s, or Freedom Breeder ARS or Visions? Yeah, I've actually talked to Logan and Dave quite a bit. Logan hung out at my table in Pomona for a long time. We had some good fun. Oh, so you use the Vision ones? Yeah, so I'm getting a rack made, and I can use the V18s or the V15s. Yeah, smaller is definitely better, especially the ball pythons. They like that for sure. But I'll use the V15s for hatchlings, and then I can use the V18s once they get a little size to them. But that way I have a more versatility. You know, I can choose what size tub for what animal. So, and Freedom Breeder uses the V18s for their hatchlings, and Jimmy was saying that they do really well in that size. So, Andrew, what did you start out keeping? What was your first animal that you kept? Yeah, that's what I want, because some grow super fast. You know, some grow really fast, others take forever. So that way I can mix and match, and, you know, I can do one V18 or, you know, or two V18s or three 15s or mix and match. So it'll definitely help out, I think. What a feisty little boy. Leroy, you gonna pick up that Ghost Huffman mail or what? You're thinking hard that day, man. Burmese. How old were you when you got the Burmese, Andrew? I didn't see if you commented there. I was trying to do that quick. Really, that was a long time ago. Who'd you get it from? Just a local guy, or let me guess, Bob Clark? 12 years old, that's crazy. Yeah, I got Roxana my bow when I was 14. And she's still doing strong, man. Local pet store. That's cool. See if you guys want. If you guys want, I'll pull out Roxana. She's a 9-foot boa. It's gonna be tough to kind of manage her while I talk on this, but if you guys want to, comment there and I'll pull her out. I've had her around kids and all kinds of stuff, and she's just great. She's an awesome animal. But saved all your money, of course. And I'll try to do more live stuff. Maybe I'll start doing it, you know, kind of being a Saturday night thing. Waiting to see. Roxana is a pretty big cast to pull out, so if you guys want me to, I will. But if not, then I'm going to keep on cleaning. Or go to bed. My eyes are heavy. That's crazy. Snail mail. See, I don't know if this is really delayed or what. Because I like see stuff and then it pops up super quick sometimes, but then it takes a while. All right, well, what the hell? I'm gonna pull out Roxana. This is the girl that started it all. You want to say hi? She always tries to go back on me when I hold her. But oh, my shoulder's cramping. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, she's a big girl. Almost sometimes hard to manage just by myself, but she just kind of does what she wants. I don't know where she is right now. She gets frisky sometimes. You gonna chill out? You gonna look at the camera? It's really hard to see how big she is, but Leroy, you've seen me. I'm not a very small guy, and she makes me look tiny. Let's see if I can get her repositioned. But I don't know how much she weighs. She's, I would say probably 65 pounds. Oh, no, you just gotta, Regan, you just gotta get a baby one. And then they grow together. Yeah, I actually have a Facebook and Instagram, Andrew. But I love, see if I can get her to show, but it's kind of hard to show it, but her saddles on her tail are really red. She's always, when I first get her out, she's like, she's running and trying to get away and check stuff out, but then she calms down. See you later, Andrew. Thanks for tuning in and watching, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, Leroy, if you're interested in letting that fire gold blush go, man, that'd be a treat. And then if I hit on some super gold blush, we'll do a trade, man. If there is, hopefully there's a super gold blush. Brian Gundy's odds were not in his favor, let's say that. You still there, Leroy? But yeah, so if we do that and hit on a super gold blush, we'll work something out. Oh, okay. I thought you said it's a he. I might have to come over and pop that thing. Get a second opinion. Way to change it, Leroy. We got a freaking... My Inchy Mail is freaking... Inchy Mail Fresh Shed. I was kind of helping him soak, but... I got him from Osmond Reptiles. But he's not like the greatest example of Inchy, I don't think, but... I didn't see him when he was a baby, so it was kind of hard to tell, but his offspring are freaking unbelievable. But he's a good boy. Leroy, how's your job going? You still liking it? Oh, really? I guess we haven't really talked since then. Last time I really talked was when you picked up the last clutch. How's that last clutch doing? Is that one holding up? Yeah. You know, being a manager, it's tough. It's hard to. You want to have that where your employees like you. You know, it's fun, but you also got to be the manager. So it's definitely a fine line, and trying to balance both is tough. So I've worked for a couple of really good ones, and it definitely makes a difference. It makes the workplace funner for sure. Yeah, it's tough. I felt bad for that, man. But at least the other ones are still doing good though, from what you're saying. Yeah, that's true. So Leroy, I was gonna tell you, I used to play basketball when I was younger a lot. I remember you saying that you go out and play. We'll have to shoot some hoops sometime, man. It's been a long time. That used to be my first love. Let's say that. Yeah, let's all pray for that. Hey, Google. Off. Oh, really? So you're saying you're good, huh? I used to be fairly decent myself, but it's been a while. Oh, you're excellent. Talking shit, huh? So, alrighty guys, I think I'm going to go to bed, try to get some rest. Thanks everybody for watching and hanging out. But yeah, definitely keep in touch, Leroy. We'll have to hang out sometime, man. Alrighty guys, I appreciate you guys for watching, all the comments. It was cool, man.